Number 5, while reading the landscape code for a specific municipality, the architect sees that grass areas have a maximum slope of 25%. Your site plan has a grassy area that is 37 feet long. What is the maximum vertical rise that can be shown on your topography for this grassy area? So this is a sort of odd little question, but what it's really getting at is that in different situations, we talk about slope differently. So we're talking about an accessible ramp. We're probably talking about 1 to 12, right? That's how we would talk about it. Talking about a roof, you might be talking about a 6 and 12 roof, or a 3 and 12 roof, or a 12-12 roof. So we talk about things in certain ways, but when we're talking about a slope of topography, we actually use the term percentage. I personally hate this term. I think it's a terrible way to talk about slope. But it's the way that it is talked about in sort of landscaping circles and big earth moving circles, and also on site plan discussions of topography for the NCARB. So the reason that I don't like the term percent is that if you think about it, the idea of a percentage, the way that we use it here, so a 25% slope would be essentially, if you imagine a vertical line 25 feet long and a horizontal line 100 feet long, then that's the slope connecting those two lines. So that would be the 25% slope. Now I actually drew it a little bit off. It looks a little taller than that, but you get the idea. So it's a way of saying 25 over 100 is the comparison. The reason I don't like it is if I say a 100% slope, a 100% slope would be, let's say, 100 feet and 100 feet. Oops, sorry. Let me get rid of that one. That's a 45-degree angle, which my guess is when I said 100% slope, most people probably pictured in their head a vertical line. And it's not. And this is why I don't like the use of the term percent for this. But this is the way that we actually talk about it. So you'll see there might be a 2% minimum on a site so that water is draining off the site. You don't get ponding, things like that. There might be a 25% maximum for certain kinds of growing. There might be a 50% maximum for the ability of people to be able to walk on something, or the fact that a 50% maximum is going to give you on most soils, when you start getting past 50%, there may be some trouble. We may have to add some ability for that soil to hold itself together and be cohesive so it doesn't just slide down. But this is a set of terminology you should get used to, the idea of the sort of percent slope. In the end, it's actually a fairly simple way of thinking about it. If you take 25, if you imagine 25 is equal to 100 is the same thing as X is equal to 37, you get 9.3 feet. So that's our answer right there.